What's up, Dub Nation? It's the GUI Santos show. And maybe Moses Moody. Everyone, please splash that like button. Thank you, thank you. Let's get more people on this this live chat by liking. It always helps. Hello, Bruce. First, okay. 4:30 yet? 4:30, yes. Clicked on ESPN. Share my screen with the utility window. Event has not started. Uh-oh. This better not be one of those situations where it's not actually on ESPN and I got to do this whole NBA TV thing. Upcoming 4:30. Disappeared from my screen. Oh, there it is. Go up a little bit. Click it. Do that as well here. And try to have it on Twitch, honestly. Cool, that's going well. Event is about to begin. Event has begun. I've got it muted over there. If you go over to Twitch right now, you should be good. See this? Cool. Yeah, if you go to Twitch, you can watch the game. What's up? Let's get KD. Oh boy. Go to our community page. I don't even want to talk about that. It doesn't make sense. It blows my mind. It doesn't make sense at all. Do you want to have right here? I'm going to digress. You look at our salaries right here. If you were to add Kevin Durant right here, we would have like nothing. Like we don't have a future. Like you're getting rid of this slot, you're getting rid of that slot, you're getting rid of that slot. It's like, do you know how difficult it is to get these guys in the first place? So no, getting KD, this isn't, you would do it. I posted this on social media and on the channel in the community page. You would go get KD if there was an asteroid gonna hit the Earth in summer of, take your pick, 2025, 2024, whatever. If an asteroid is going to hit us, okay, let's go get KD because there's no more basketball after that. But basketball continues, and I want to keep competing for a championship long term. I mean, who's going to want to trade with you the year before KD's contract is up? We're going to have to find a team that wants to get rid of somebody. And it doesn't make sense at all 2 to 3 years from now, from a salary cap management standpoint, roster management standpoint. End of story. Read the rest of the community page. We're not talking about KD anymore today. That's it, man. It's ridiculous. It's narratives trying to create content during a dull period. Scottie Pippen Jr. I'm going to eat a chip right here because I'm hungry. If you happen to be on Twitch, I will leave my I will leave my microphone on so that you can hear. If you're on Twitch, you can hear me do the commentary still. I'm trying to see. Pretty choppy over there. Time to check my internet. Hold up. Let's check my internet. Speedtest.net. How good or bad is my internet? Excuse me. What I get? Almost 600 megabits. So why is it choppy on Twitch? I don't know. Oh, well. At least I tried. Anyways, go check it on Twitch. Oh, man. We are not talking about Katie anymore. I don't care what side you're on for that. By the way, it's about 90%. This is the last thing I'll say. It's about, according to the comments on the YouTube, it's about, actually, it's about 95%. You know, come on. Why would we do that? Which is the camp that I am in. You know, that's clickbait, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And there's that tiny little percentage that actually wants to do the deal. So I'm pretty sure we've beat the dead horse to death. But someone out there wanted to use that as content tonight. Moses Moody. What's up, Moses? I have not tipped off yet. So hang tight as we... Man, it's nice to see Moses. Moses! I'm gonna post this, and then on YouTube, just in case I pissed anybody off, I'm going to delete that comment that you just saw right quick now. All right, Lou. What's up, Lou? We won the tip. Jessup got the tip on the tip by Salam Mawugbe. I'm gonna copy the comments right now. Oh, GUI Santos wasted no time. It was such a bad shot that it fell super short, barely hit the rim, but he got the rebound. And Quinones will pull up. Splash with the 2. Quinones. Splashing with the 2 right there. Again, highly recommend you pull up Twitch TV / Let's Go Warriors if you don't have access. Alley-oop by the Lakers and one against Mawugbe. What am I doing over here? Let's find the box score. Ooh, this is all dating back to the finals. So let me use this right here to find the here's the roster. And here is the box score that I will try to find for today. Oops. What did I do there? All right. So they're up 3-2. Moses gets knocked. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Scroll. There we go. Box score. All right, Moses. Oh, nice fake pass to Guy, who cut to the hoop and wanted to leave it for an alley-oop for Salam, but Mawugbe wasn't paying attention, and there just wasn't a connection, which you will see a lot in Summer League. However, I like the pass. I like the thought of the alley-oop. Trying to find my remote control. Can't find my remote. There it is. Turn that down a little bit. Sorry, Tom Tolbert. It's a little too loud. I can't think. What do we got? Replace Gary's defensive. Well, we've kind of replaced him with Gary Payton. you can't really. I mean, not Gary Payton. Dante DiVincenzo has replaced Gary Payton sort of as a defensive guard who can hit a three, and he's a tough physical guard. But we're not really going to replace GP2. Just remember, GP started as a veterans minimum and totally increased his value. Moses, beautiful drop off, but Mawugbe gets blocked. Who's that guy on the? Let's look at these. Oh, Max Christie. Max Christie's interesting. He's from Michigan State. He's the one guarding Moses Moody, and I saw Max Christie as a possible draft pick. Of course, we took Baldwin, and interestingly enough, it was NBADraft.net that had us picking Patrick Baldwin. Then they told me this, they thought that Patrick would get taken earlier, so they changed the Warriors' projected pick to be Max Christie, number 10 over there for the Lakers. Obviously, we just picked Patrick Baldwin, and he's guarding Moses as Moses brings it up. High pick by Mawugbe. So Moses is basically running point. That's why he was listed as a guard. Quinones as a 2 guard, I suppose. Jessup as a 3, and Guy as a small 4. And he gets by the Laker. Oh, no goaltending. Yes, they call goaltending. 2 points for Guy already. Way to go. Poor foul by Santos. Oh, are you ahead or behind me? I hope you're behind me. Don't spoil it. Defensive 3-second. On Guy, maybe? I don't know. wasn't paying attention. Okay. So yeah, we got Dante DiVincenzo to kind of be the defensive guard. Moody's playing. Okay. Number 36 is backing up Moody. Salam comes to double. They miss a 3 on the swing. Salam rebound, outlet Moody, fake drive downhill, almost turned it over. Look at Guy with the behind the back swing that didn't really happen. Jessup shoots an open 3, but it hits the front of the rim, goes over the backboard, out of bounds. We're down 8-4, 7:22 to go. And Jessup was like, but he's got to not show the body language, right? You need to be a Klay Thompson where you're just like an assassin from the 3 with no emotion type of thing. By the way, look at the Warriors bench. Very thin. Oh, Moody's bleeding. He got. Oh gosh, it looks like he's gonna get stitches, man. I've had that. I've had that before. You can look at my eyes. There's like little strips right there from stitches, and I don't know. I thought it might. It's a pretty big cut in my opinion, but I got just a glimpse of it. I think it would be the safe thing to go stitch that up and call it a day, man. I hate to say that, but you don't want to accidentally hit that cut again and make it a worse thing. Man, that sucks. So Moody got cut in the eye. I mean, there's blood dripping down, and oh man, Alex Morales gets a steal. Pulls up. Oh, old school pull up from the free throw line, but he missed it short. But that's what you do on a fast break. Lakers come back with a 3, no good. Quinones rebound. So there goes one of our stars for tonight that we wanted to really pay attention to. Man, it's my frustration isn't that Moody might be injured, and yeah, he'll recover. He'll recover from that cut. My frustration is that we might end up, if he gets stitches, then it takes a week to heal. So he'll miss the game on Friday, on Tuesday. But we'll see. I'm just speculating here, and that would suck for us. But at least we got GUI Santos. It's the Santos show. Look at him move around too as Jessup finagles a jumper from the elbow right there, 2-pointer late in the shot clock. He had to put it up. So he's had a couple of those, but Jessup still hasn't had the, catch and shoot 3 barrage that we're hoping for. And I liked how GUI Santos still cut to the hoop and wasn't standing around when Jessup was trying to manufacture that bucket. So the Lakers mess around, lose the ball, looks like a timeout. And, it's interesting. I wonder if ESPN on purpose was like, let's not show the scores when we go to break, because that would help me out in putting the score in the comments, and then let me copy the comments based on my, my score reports and stuff. And so we can do the drawing after the game, the giveaway, but they've decided not to put the score up there. So I need to do a little scrolling up here. 5:43 to go. LA up 10-6. Q1 5:43. 10-minute quarters. Remember. So now I will do. If you're new to this, you won't see this, but I'm in the comments right now and doing a copy of all the comments. Oh, I see CJM is hitting me up. What do you think of TJ Warren? We were one of the first ones to name that name. Actually, it wasn't even me. It was Gabe, my guy Gabe, who I think is at the game right now. But Gabe's one of the guys that is has a good head on his shoulders and is able to make smart assessments of the Warriors as a fan. And he's been looking around at lists of free agents, and he was like, TJ Warren might be a reclamation project a la Otto Porter, because he was injured last year and he can score, but then can he play defense? So now and he's 6'8", perfect size for the type of guy we're looking for, right? To replace Otto. The problem is TJ made like 12, 13 million last year. But Otto made 18 million before, so that was injury related. So never say never, but don't hang your hat on that. But we'll see. And I saw some tweets earlier today by experts on NBA free agency, and it seems like a lot of free agents are waiting to see what's going to happen with KD, because you got to throw in a couple assets with KD. Quinones, nice drive over there, lefty banker, solid. So let's keep an eye on Quinones. Lester, former teammate of James Wiseman, I believe. Well, he went to the same school. Got to check and see if he was playing 2 years ago. I'm not sure about that. Lakers pull up for 3. That's Scottie Pippen Jr.? That might be Scottie Pippen Jr. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, that was. He's light-skinned. Foul on Lakers. So 5:03 to go. Lakers up 13-8. Welcome, Dean. I saw Dean up here. What's up, Dean? Dean would have been on right now if not for a Wi-Fi issue. Quinones, another attack. Hey, that's looking good. That's looking good. You know who benefit the most from Ryan Rollins having a broken 5th metatarsal in his right foot? This guy, Les Quinones. Step up, move on up, be ready, stay ready. He's ready, and he's making things happen from the point guard position. Let's see if Moody went back to the bench. Is that him behind Seth? I don't think so. Wait a minute. Where's Quindary? I don't see Quindary. He did. Nope. That was Seth giving GUI Santos some coaching. So there's no Moody. I don't see Moody on the bench, and I don't see Quindary on the bench. And I wonder if something's up with Quindary, if it's, you know, a sore, whatever, ankle. I don't know. I wonder if, I wonder why, and let me put it this way, from a journalistic point of view, I wonder why Quindary is not even on the bench. I haven't heard anything. So why don't we do the journalistic duty and go look that up. This was a good draft pick thing. Okay. Twitter.com and do a search on Quindary. Quindary. Did I even spell that right? Yeah, I did. Latest. Let's see what the latest is on him. Nope. Not much going on there. Check the top ones. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that one. No news. No news on that. Maybe someone will ask Seth Cooper, the coach of California Classic of the Warriors. Maybe someone will ask him today. Next time out, I gotta post my Instagram on this. Oh, pull up for Willis. What's his first name again? Whoops. Here's the roster. Peyton Willis from Minnesota, 6'4" guard. I'm always behind, but why are you mad? I mean, pause your stream, bro. Good Lord. I could easily be way ahead of all you guys. You know? Just sign up for cable. I could have been way ahead of everybody with the over-the-air broadcast during the finals, Channel 7, straight through the over-the-air. But I didn't. I did it for you guys, James. Not you, because you're picky. God, man, don't you get it? News on Kuminga is he's chilling in Congo. That's the news. Morales gets swatted by the Lakers center. I'm not going to bother looking up the name right now because I want to post my Instagram. And out of bounds. Jamal, man, I said that a minute ago. Twitch.tv/Let's Go Warriors. Jamal. FYI. I'm not going to write that all over the place just in case Adam Silver is watching and cares about, Summer League games being streamed on Twitch. I'm not streaming it on YouTube. Hell no. You know what I mean? So that's my 2 cents for you. But enjoy. I'm doing what I can for you guys. I wouldn't do it at all if it wasn't for certain people like Jamal mentioning it in the comments, which is cool. But on your way over there, Jamal, please leave a like. Why do some players go back in after stitches? I don't know that actually happens. Maybe it's, an important game somewhere else. All right. Bucket, Gilliard. No, that's not Gilliard. Bucket for Peyton Willis, number 27. 1917, if you actually care about the score. Next time out, I'm gonna do my Instagram post. Oh, Quinones gets a block. But you have to have cable if you want to watch on ESPN, you know. Is Moody returning? No idea. Let's check TweetDeck real quick, but let's get the score because they don't want to tell you the score of a summer league game. 1917, 2 minutes. LAL 1917, 2 minutes. And of course, I forgot to post that same one. Let me do that over. Damn it. It's different when I post a comment on it's different when I post a comment on YouTube versus StreamYard. LAL 1917 Q1 2 minutes. Let's see. Amy. Where am I from? I'm from the Bay. How about you? Ah. In the previous iteration of Let's Go Warriors, I would have been at the arena right now. But I actually think doing things from here and with you guys, and I wouldn't be able to do this at the arena. You're just you can't broadcast from the arena because technically ESPN has the broadcast rights. So you can't broadcast from there. And it'd be crazy because it'd be all loud and everything. I mean, I bet you if somebody was streaming from Instagram in the on courtside, they would probably go over and say, "Hey, you can't do that," you know. So I'd rather just keep it simple, be here, analyze the game from afar like this with you guys, and from all over the world. And I think there's something pretty cool about that we're all coming together from all over the world on this wonderful platform, YouTube. We are on Facebook, once again, on Let's Go Warriors page and Warriors for Life page. Alex Morales, step back 3. Good job, guys. I mean, these guys will be playing in, I think, Vegas Summer League too. So it's going to be helpful to get this experience, even if it's just Summer League. Lakers are up 23-20 with 53 seconds. 50 now, 49-48 if you want to sync up. Morales making moves, loses the ball, back out. Who's number 41? He gets a foul call on a drive. Number 41 is, JD Notte from Arkansas, Moody's alma mater. So, David, I just told you why I stopped going to the arena, because I don't want to. I'd rather be here, honestly. I'm getting a lot more done here. When you're at the arena, just you got to find parking. I've said this a million times. Got to find parking, got to walk over from the parking, got to get through security with, it's not that smooth. Got to get set up in the media section. Then I go film everybody shooting around. Like, I mean, I'm busting my balls. I'm busting my ass getting the pregame Steph Curry, pregame Jonathan Kuminga, in this case, pregame Moody, pregame Justinian Jessup. It's tiring. It's hard work. I'm like a cameraman, and I'm sharing it with you guys, but during Summer League, we're not getting that many hits anyways. Lakers miss at the buzzer. 23-21. And so I don't want to get in a situation like where I was in Denver Denver Nuggets. Remember the game that got canceled? Clay did the scrimmage. So I went to practice the day after that. I was there. I flew out there on my own dime from, the money made from YouTube, and basically that's it. Donations and Patreon and the website, which is a Substack site. And somebody on the YouTube live of me showing Clay shooting around is saying, man, your thing sucks, this, that, you suck. It's like, what am I doing this for? Forget it. I'm done. Why should I go out of my way, pay money to go to Denver, to walk in the snow, to take the train half an hour down to Denver University, to then walk in the snow some more, to then go live with Clay from practice, to then get ridiculed by some dude on YouTube? I know you're going to say you got to ignore the guys, but you go through all that stuff and you try ignoring a hater. It wears on you. So then I hate back. I go, why are you doing this, that? Somebody posts that on Reddit and I get publicly shamed. It's all my fault. I'm a terrible person for lashing back at a guy that was mad at me. Granted, I've learned just not to lash back. I try not to lash back. Do I always am I always successful not lashing back? No, but I'm way more successful nowadays because I learned through you guys, through positive people like Amy, Bruce, Dean, the list goes on, Vitor, Roland, Robbie, all you guys that you see out here. So I think the worst part of it was just going through that and then being publicly shamed as a terrible person. So I had to reassess all that. And I go, why am I killing myself? And besides, I can't keep this up anymore. I've been doing that for 10 years. I've been doing that for 10 years. And I sat back and I go, I don't really want, I don't want to go to the All-Star weekend. Like, I'm not even going to ask for a credential for All-Star weekend. Like, that's it. I'm killing myself getting on airplanes left and right. No thanks. No thanks. But also, this was going great. You guys. So credit to you guys. I think that's a small price to pay. Okay, so now you don't get the practice in Denver live with Clay, which will only last 2-3 minutes, 4 minutes anyways, because the NBA doesn't want you to live stream the whole practice, okay? They don't want you to do that anyways. It's a small price to pay. This is much better. I think this is what we're cultivating here. The way that we observe the game and the way that we appreciate the franchise and the culture, I think spreading that vibe is way more doable if I'm here with you guys rather than sitting up at media row here at Chase and still uploading all the warm-up video of Justinian Jessup or whatever. I don't know that's as valuable as what we're doing here. So that's a long-winded way of answering your question, but that's basically it was life-altering. Don't get me wrong, it was life-altering. If you had told me this last year, end of 2021, that we'd be here doing this now and I wouldn't be going to games, I would have been like, how is that even possible? Hey, Sleva hit a bucket. I don't even know who that is. Let's check it out. Dustin Sleva. He's only going to play here in San Francisco. So he's not going to be in Vegas. So I'm glad you guys are here. And we're going to keep building this. And I'm going to try and get more guests on here that you guys will like, and spread the word. I'm going to be doing like seminars with community centers I already got one set up in San Francisco that I go and give a seminar on the dangers of social media. By the way, Note got another bucket. So we're scoring a lot more today, but so are the Lakers, 27-26. GUI Santos is in there right now. Kind of forces a turnover. Not really, but Lakers threw it away. GUI comes out. Moses Moody's back. Moody back. Alert, alert. Moody's back. So I'm going to do these seminars with teenagers and so and there's answers your question right there, Hannah. I guess he's good to go. I have no idea how they figure out whether or not you're going to come back. I don't know if he got stitches. Somebody else tell me because I got the volume down. We'll check TweetDeck next time. And once again, the foreigner, Sleva 6'8", bucket. So yeah, doing those seminars with teenagers, tell them just my experience with Twitter and Reddit, right? Imploring them not to fight negativity with negativity, because I learned there's nothing worse than being publicly shamed by people you don't even know who go on social media to bully you and to take part in the zombie apocalypse and just try and cancel you out. That's cancel culture. And that's a sad state of America that we're in. And I want people to be aware that there's a lot of quicksand out there. Moody took the ball to the hole, missed it, and they come back. Lakers get an and one. Yeah, I said it at the beginning. Yay, DL. I said at the beginning that we are not going to talk about KD today because I opened I opened the chat talking about KD. Moody with the little floater push shot from the baseline. Anytime I see a guy with the Band-Aid, from a cut, man, I feel it. I feel like there comes with a bruise. And he takes a charge. Moody takes a charge. Man, Moody's so good, man. He's just natural. He plays this game so well. Look at his physicality against Max Christie there. And then takes the charge against Jones. I don't know that guy. Man, it's great to see Moody, isn't it? All right. Willis over to Jessup. Pull up from 2. Missed it. But I think what we're looking for from Jessup is making all of those, which is very difficult to do, to make all those. But that's really the only way he's going to make the team. Or G League, let's say. Just gotta produce. Because he's just not that physical. He's just not that athletic. 33-30, 6-14. So let me do a copy paste. Yep, can't wait. And also, Deontay, a lot of free agents themselves can't wait because there's from what I saw from tweets this morning from various journalists, the free agents are waiting for KD to get traded along with other pieces so that this team will have room for you or that team won't. And so right now they're waiting for the big chess piece to move. And so not only are we waiting, but so are the actual people involved in free agency. You know what's crazy about this, Uptown Marty? We got the most haters, but we also have the most because Dub Nation is so prevalent, we also got the most inwardly haters. Like it's just a numbers game. It's because Twitter itself spreads negativity. So you go to Twitter, you're outraged and you want to be outraged, and it feeds on that little itch that you have, that's that negative itch of your body. Like me and Draymond, we both have like that bark back mentality. So for me to resist that and to go, oh, that's just my natural born instinct. Oh, Moody with the backdoor catch, he gets stuck. Back out. We'll do a play-by-play. Jessup catch and shoot, no good. Moody got a tip, 2 tips, but Moody made 2 deflections out of nothing. But Lakers got the ball, hit a 3. So what was I saying? So when you go on Twitter to be outraged, there's a lot of transfer of negative energy everywhere. So people will Moody. There was a whistle way before, but he managed to finagle a reverse layup that doesn't count. But the Laker guy kept playing as well because he didn't want him to just get a free bucket after the whistle and feel good about it. But Moody made it anyways in traffic. Now he shoots an air ball, I think at 9 on the shot clock. So that was a little early. And it looks like Jacob Rubin is doing a lot of extra coaching today. It's like he's the assistant coach. I see Anthony Mann up from Santa Cruz. Chris DeMarco is coaching the Bahamas team. Mikey Thompson's playing. And by the way, I saw on Swish Cultures, my guy Anthony Goods, he runs, and Jordan runs Swish Cultures, so they keep an eye on everything. And the Bahamas, man, Buddy Hield. Oh, Moody finagles a foul. He's just able to finagle fouls, just like JK, just because their athleticism, you know. I think it's like the ref just goes, man, he's athletic. I don't think I got to call something on that one. That may have been clean. And I'm glad Moody landed okay. So he's at the line for 2, hits 1. So going back to that, what was I talking about? I lost my train of thought. Let's move on. Moody at the line for another one. Yeah, that reverse was nice. He is so smooth. God, we're so lucky to have Moody. Every time I look at that Band-Aid, man, my eye feels like bruised. Man, I got too much compassion. It hurts me sometimes, let me tell you. Okay. So we got the most haters on Twitter. They hate our own franchise, and that yet you're rooting for them. It's the weirdest thing, but I think it's just what these apps do to you. The social media apps, they feed your dark side. Anakin Skywalker apps, man. Darth Vader. That's my new thing, man. If Darth Vader got a hold of Twitter, oh man, in that galaxy far, far away, that would be the way. That would be the way to get rid of all the Jedi, all the light side Jedi. Just get them Twitter. Here, free iPhone with Twitter on it, man. I'm serious. That's how Twitter works, man. Anyways, Lakers have the ball up by 8. We're down by 8. In other words, 4:16 to go. Moody on the floor, Quinones, and then Gilyard Tachasvili, and he's the center, and Quinones. I like Quinones' height and, body size. Like, he has an NBA body in terms of being a point guard. Like, you're not gonna physically overpower. There's not an NBA point guard that will physically overpower Quinones, which is what you like to see. Also Dante, but we knew that. Dante DiVincenzo. Did I pronounce that right, Dean? Blast the like button. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, Hannah. Yeah. Why did Spears drop that? Okay, so I'm going to talk about Spears, not KD. It's somebody in the Warriors organization. I can tell you that he's an honest journalist. So if somebody in the Warriors organization told him that they're interested in something, I didn't say the two letters that I said not to talk about. Moody, 3:55 to go, miracle bucket. He's falling down and hits a banker. Wow, Moody. Moses. Man, Mo. Look at him switch on that corner. Man, it's just so smart. He's like an Andre Iguodala out there, but the Lakers still score. Yeah, so he just heard, Spears heard from somebody in the Warriors organization that we're interested, and we're going to give him a call and just see what the prices are, see what we would need to trade, because I think they just kind of have to do that. We're the Warriors. Of course, anytime a big name gets out on the market, we want people to remember that the Warriors will always be in play. Like, there is no deal that we can't do. Like, we're always, you know how it is in Vegas when there's the VIP room in the back, the high stakes gamblers. Moody with the crazy assist to Quinones, who blows it near the bucket. So those high stakes poker rooms and stuff, that's where we want to be. That's Joe Lacob right there. He wants to be a whale. They get an and one. Foul on Quinones, I think. So we're now down 12, 2:48 to go, and that's Mac McClung. All right, so I think that's why Spears went ahead and reported it. Of course, there had to be an element of I got this piece of information that, can go viral. I think about that as like, if someone in the Warriors organization told me they were interested, I'd be like, oh man, should I write an article about this? Like, it's going to get a lot of hits, sources told me, right? So you got to think about that. But again, it's content, it's NBA media content. And you just have to know how the information flows. So I think that's what's happened. And it's not like Spears doesn't need clickbait. He gets a paycheck every 2 weeks from ESPN. He's good, right? He doesn't have like this ego-driven career goal of being the next Stephen A. Smith. He's just not that type of guy. Although that is a career path for a lot of writers these days. So my vibe with Spears is that he's happy where he is. But if he's going to get intel from the Warriors, somebody in the Warriors saying that, we're contacting KD's camp. Okay. Oops. I said the two letters that I said we should not say, but I want to put this to bed. Then he's going to say it, and it was on ESPN radio. So they asked him. So you heard, it's not like you wrote an article, like you heard from the Warriors organization about it. Somebody happened to ask you about it. So you got to kind of reveal that somebody told you that they were interested, which is factual. However, if you look at the core information, it's that if I analyze it in 100 ways, 99 times, it doesn't make sense for us, it's generational, as I wrote in the YouTube community section. This is a generational play that we're trying to pull off. We're trying to pull off Steph, Clay, and Dre passing the torch to young guys. Those young guys are JP, Moody, JK, and Wiseman. We are trying to do this generational handoff of the franchise. And in 2026, Steph's contract is done, and you better have some foundation there by 2026, really 2025 before that, and maybe really 2024, because Clay's coming off then, and so's Dre. We got to figure out Wiggins by next summer, okay? And Wiggins will probably be part of the next generation as well. So how do you do that generational handoff? And if you get KD, then it becomes NBA 2K. Moody pull up 3. He's been looking good, Moody. We're down 9, 2:22 to go. All right, so that's it. We're not talking about KD anymore, because at the end of it, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. Like, we're going to throw away this whole generational handoff that we've been building over the last, really, it's been 2 years, because Wiseman. It's been 2 years because Wiseman, Wiggs, and we knew we had the number 7 pick in a loaded draft, which got us, and we knew we had the 14th pick, which got us JK and Moody. So, 3 lottery picks, and then JP blowing up, and us developing him, but him blowing up. That was a lot of work, man. We're just going to throw that away and okay, sort of pencil us in for Final Four appearance with an all-time great, and do that again. It does not make sense, but it makes sense of the narrative that the Warriors are a brand that needs to let the rest of the NBA know that, hey, we're looming. We're in the high stakes room, and we're a whale. So just know that we're always there. Oh, GUI Santos, Euro step, almost and one, missed it. Let's go, GUI and Moody. Oh, DL was asking about different experience. Yeah, Oracle was so different because just the labyrinth of hallways that you go to, and actually the layout of the seats had a very non-modern feel to it. The only feel that was even worse in the lower bowl was like Arco Arena. If you've ever been to Arco Arena, like the bleacher setup, and then nowadays, kind of like Utah's kind of like that. And what else is like that? I'll think of some other arena that's like that. But Chase is very modern, and it just feels so like a spaceship, whereas Oracle felt like you can't really architect this design. It's like such a crazy design, and it's almost homemade. Not that it was crap. Like Arco was kind of crap because like it just like felt like metal bleachers everywhere. Oracle was metal bleachers in the lower bowl kind of, and Chase. I mean, Chase is just the modern way of that, and it doesn't feel like homemade. It definitely feels more modern in everything, in every aspect. So definitely a different feel like that. That's why Oracle will always be will always have its own flavor. What's the score right now? Been going on tangents. 104 to go, down 9, 46. 32104. Copy and paste some comments. You know what I want to do when I run those seminars? I would even pay for this. I want to go to Chase Center and and do a survey, first preseason game, or, have the kids in my class go, hey, we're doing a student project, which we would be, and I would present it through Let's Go Warriors. And we want to know, you walking out of this preseason game at Chase or walking in, how do you feel about KD? Would you want, I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but I don't want to talk about the trade. Okay. We could talk about one more thing, which is when I would love to take a survey of actual people going in and out of Chase. I would say a small percentage of them use Twitter the way that we see a lot of outraged people use Twitter all the time, that kind of drive the narratives. I got to refresh my screen. Stupid ESPN locked up on me. So I want to say, I want to survey and really see in real life, do people really hate KD that much? And if we do, why are we going to do a Jumbotron celebration? Let's just skip it if we hate him that much. So I think we would find from our survey that an overwhelming majority actually really likes KD. Mawugbe could not catch another pass by Moody. And time expires, 49-37. 49-37 halftime. I'm not going to put that in the comments. I would love to see the real life survey versus what people say on Twitter and social media. Because I think it's going to be vastly different. I think most people actually remember the KD years and remember some good memories from it. And I'll say this too. People get all up in arms about KD having this beef with the media in 2019. Oh, in 2019, he acted this and that and the other thing. Yeah, 1 foot out the door. That may be the case according to what Draymond revealed in 2021. But even if that was, the reason why KD had a problem with media is because, first of all, he kind of bunches them together. And secondly, he didn't want the media to divide the team, which is what was happening. He was trying to protect the team, the performance on the court. And when media keeps asking him about, oh, we heard this rumor from someone in the Warriors organization that whatever, that you seem to whatever it may be, you seem to whatever it may be, want the ball more, have 1 foot out the door, showing just the vibe, whatever. Well, he's trying to shut down all of that talk, and that backfired. So him trying to shut down all that talk for the good of the team, to block out that noise from the team, it backfired. And Draymond pointed it out. After The Last Dance went on TV during the pandemic, he went on the podcast before it became the Draymond Green show, right? The small podcast that he did with Maverick Carter. I think it might have been the same one where Mav said Steph couldn't play defense, which no one's talked about that yet. Someone needs to pull that receipt out from Mav Carter. And Draymond didn't really say anything to Mav about that. And again, the Warrior fandom got all mad at Draymond for not defending Steph. What was he going to do? Like, this is, Mav Carter got you, a fat contract and an appearance on the barbershop show and this and that and the other thing. You're gonna yell your rebuttal at Mav Carter. It's the pandemic. I think that's why he took a pass on it. Draymond didn't say anything. But back to the original point, that's why Draymond said KD should have done this just like The Last Dance. He should have just said, okay, I'm leaving. But really, at that point in time, KD didn't really know. I mean, he doesn't like, he is very protective of the 82 game season and playoffs. That's what people don't realize. He's very protective of that. So he's not even going to make any decisions during the season. He's going to literally wait until the last day of the season, and then he has until July 1st, or maybe that was a regular season, 2019. He has until July 1st to make that formal decision. Even Rich Kleiman was interviewed by like the New York Post or one of the New York newspapers. They asked him, and he said, we really didn't know. Kevin didn't really know where he was going until the night before free agency, because that's just how he rolls. He's very protective of his squad and the NBA regular season and playoffs. So for Draymond to say that KD should have come out and said, okay, this is going to be our last dance. I mean, in theory, he's right. But I don't think that's a practical assessment, because KD is so protective of the team during the regular season, which is why one of the reasons why I actually like KD. I was there. Like when media would want to ask KD about, oh, the Knicks are coming up on the schedule, has, I don't know, that has all these rumors affected you? He would just give him the stare. He would be like, that was his way of shutting down anything that would divide the team. But everybody, you guys even, interpreted that as KD saying, yeah, I'm leaving, and blah, 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 blah. And KD's hiding something or this and that and the other thing, when all he was doing was trying to protect the team. And it's a complex situation that can only be explained in forums like these, where I'm sitting down and just open mic, So all the hate for KD, guys, I mean, you don't know what KD does for a team during a regular season. He actually does sacrifice a lot. And then everybody now is getting into, he never wants to play with Steph, this and that, all these narratives that come out of it, because you weren't there. You didn't see this, and you don't watch the game of basketball the way I do, which is the team. Like, we got to field a team with 5 starters and rotation and this and that, and we're trying to protect our locker room from bullshit. And the average fan just doesn't get that. They just get all caught up in KD has a terrible attitude, so he's a terrible person. And also, all this shit happened in 2019. He was foot halfway out the door, and you know what Draymond said, and this, that. You don't know the nuances of actually being there and the nuances of being on a team. So he was actually protective of the team, and he sacrificed his Achilles for the Warriors. I mean, there's equally as many points of evidence that KD gave a lot of himself to the Warriors, but people aren't high IQ enough in basketball. And also, I'm not a good writer. I can't write like Ethan Strauss. Like, Strauss is like, Ethan's one of the best writers in the world. Do I agree with his thesis, though? Lots of times I don't. Lots of times I think he goes off on an idea, but it's written in such a intoxicating way that it's great writing. I can't tell the story in the right way that people will listen. This is my only way of telling you. So I would love to know if there are other people out there that don't even care about all that crap. You know what is the shining example of the complexity of this? My dad doesn't like KD. My own dad, like me and him agree on 99.9% of the analytical X's and O's and roster moves of, I mean, he doesn't understand salary cap and all that, but all of these moves, all of these roster moves, and we agree on so much. But I try to tell him, man, actually, Dad, you would love KD to be on your team, man. He played for the University of Taiwan. I mean, my dad was the equivalent of a D1 player in a foreign country at the biggest school in that country. So he's played ball, and he always talks about, oh, my teammates, this, that, and the other thing. And oh, this guy was a great teammate. Actually, my dad was kind of like Michael Jordan. Like, he was the best guy on his team, and he demanded more from his teammates. And some of his teammates thought he was an asshole. Trust me. I would go to his games, and he would act like an asshole. So he was very much Kobe MJ type, even though it's not athletic, just hitting jump shots. I'm sitting here going, man, you would love KD as a teammate. Nope. So it's complex. And I think you just had to be there. Anyways, we started. I went on a huge diatribe. But I hope maybe that gave you more insights on KD. If I made you think just 1 degree different, then I think I did my job. Moody for 3, no good. Now, I also think that KD should stay off Twitter because Twitter just makes you look bad. Moody with the block. Jessup rebound. He blocked Max Christie, Michigan State product. Jessup trying to do something. Bad pass to Moody, but Moody still caught it. And then he tried to dunk it, but he got blocked. Too bad, Moody. They come back with the slam. All right, so KD's complex, but man, I think there's all these little things. Just feel free to ask me again, because a lot of this stuff just comes out, and I don't have any ill will towards KD, and I think Twitter ruins him. Him talking on Twitter is not a good thing. I think he should stop doing that. Hey, Jessup, pull up 3 in transition with nobody rebounding. That's the one we've been waiting for. That's what you got to do to jump off the page. So he has a couple more of those. Then we're like, okay, cool. Good draft pick, you know? But I think the jury's still out. He fouls the cutter. So anyways, oh, and the last thing right here as I'm looking at these comments, especially this one, Draymond saying that the Cavs had our number. I totally believe in that. I said that last live stream yesterday. People forget that KD, man, he healed our wounds from that blowing a 3-1 lead. Man, he really healed that so well. 2017, one of the best teams ever assembled. Every time I think about that, brings a smile to my face. Man, that was one of the worst summers to be on Twitter, man. From the time we lost the playoffs, from the time we blew a 3-1 lead. Oh, Jessup misses it from the corner. From the time we blew a 3-1 lead to the time KD signed, that was possibly the worst ever time to be a Warriors fan on Twitter. Am I right? 746. All right. And just catch up on the comments. Guy. Yeah, Guy's getting more comfortable. Yeah, just going through some comments here. See, I'm glad to hear this. Like, I believe actually there is a lot of Warriors fans that don't hang on social media so much. I don't count YouTube as social media. I count this differently. It's we're a little bit, it can get bad. Sometimes it does when I post something on the community page or I post a video, but at the same time, YouTube gave the ability to silence, to delete a comment, to silence a user that's constantly negative every single time, to encourage you guys to comment in a positive way, et cetera, et cetera. So I think there might be, back to that survey, I really want to do a survey and get some help from people to do a survey out there. I'll go out there myself and do it as well. Say, hey, what do you think? But we should canvas the place with the nice little handful of staff or a dozen people with clipboards. And just I don't know. I've never done surveys, so we gotta figure out what's the best way to do that. Oh yeah, his brother and Draymond got into it too. That's so complex. Like you throw Kevin Durant's brother into the equation. That just tells you how complex everything is. We got some Mawugbe angst. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah, he's having trouble catching the ball. Yeah, I get it. I get it. All right, who is going to step up? It looks like Jessup has stepped up. Let's see. Bruce poking some fun at Guy. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Scottie Pippen in the building to see his junior. How's my boy Guy doing? Thanks for letting Vitor know, and thanks for actually putting that in there so that it would just. I went deep on KD, and I didn't want to, but I did, and so be it. And I'm glad there's some Guy talk in there to dilute some of that. I'm really tired about talking about that, but I'm going to write it down here just in case I ever come back to it. Yeah, see the comment about Katie's a baby and a snake. I mean, he's a baby and a snake if you look at it from a certain lens. But if you look at it from my lens, man, I'd play for him. I would love to be on KD's squad. Okay. Copy and paste. Ooh, I'm caught up on the comments. All right, we're down 16. Lester from 3, step back. Oh, short, but it was online and it was late shot clock, so he kind of had to throw it up. Let's see. Oh, I should put a little timestamp on some of these. Timestamps don't really work in the live chat though. I'll do that later then. I'll do it in the comments after we're done. Because, I covered a lot of topics. So far, I've covered... Oh, I didn't write those down. Oh, well. So far, I covered why I stopped going to Chase Center and a long-winded answer on KD. Okay, Moody's still in there. Moody, Guy, Les. It's pretty cool that Guy gets to play a little point right here, bringing the ball up. Salam and Jessup. Uh-oh. Jessup ran the wrong play, it seemed like. But anyway, it's slow moving, very slow moving here. Les, left side, high pick. Quinones, tough shot, gets the foul call. Do I like Dante? Yeah. I like defense. I like it. With a little offense sprinkled in there. I mean, I like defense. I liked it when we signed Wanamaker. So I will take an L for that one. But Wanamaker did play well in the bubble, and maybe it's a crowd thing. And then Wanamaker was a good defender throughout. And DDV is a good defender throughout, but he's even bigger. So DDV 6'4", I believe, and I'm happy about that signing. Also because Dante is a veteran of, I think, 4 years, and the Bucks made that finals run, and he was there in the locker room. He popped bottles, right? He popped bottles and wore goggles. And I think that's important, honestly. I really do think that's important in terms of experience, to understand what it takes to form a championship DNA. Moody turnover as he tried to get it to Salam. Even if it got there, would Salam have oh, there's Rico Hines. That's pretty cool. He's coaching the Kings, and he has been the trainer of Kevon Looney in the past. You would see during the summertime, Kevon was working out at UCLA. It's with Rico Hines right there. Rico got a job with the Kings. I think that's Rico Hines. If it's not, I apologize. But as I recall, looks just like him. We're doing a little full court man-to-man here. Note getting some good burn. Number 41, guarding the point guard. Let's look at the roster. Make sure I got that right. Yeah. Good rebound, Les Quinones. Three ball, Lester Quinones. Let's check his stats. 9 points, 5 rebounds, no assists. Here comes Jessup, left side, early clock. Nothing doing. Les says, come set a pick. Pick and roll. Bad screen. Oh, man. Tough night for Mawugbe. Tough night. I do not agree that if we had Wiggins instead of KD in 2017, we would have won. No, absolutely disagree. Absolutely disagree. Did we sign Dwight, or are you just kidding? No, I don't see any. Let me see. JTA sitting courtside. Okay, let's look at some of these tweets. But let's also do another copy paste for the giveaway. $62 44 407. I don't know if we got Dwight Howard. Is that false information? Dante's only 6'3", so I missed by 1 inch there, JV. My bad. I was going by shoes. 6'4" in shoes. Or did I say 6'5"? I don't think I said 6'5". Pretty sure I said 6'4". Yep, that's JTA. Oh, we got a lively one. All right, 4 minutes to go. Down 18. Nobody plays defense on number 55. McClung. Whoops. Is that McClung? Yeah. Are we in a zone? That was some terrible defense. Look at Moody tower over McClung. McClung's not that tall. Mac McClung. I'm pretty sure I would have had tons and tons of tweets from beat writers hitting my phone about something, but I don't see it. I don't see any other free agent signings, and as mentioned before, I think a guy like Dwight, he's gonna wait and see where KD's gonna go. That would be the smart thing to do. Hey, good boxing out by number 27, but then he lost the ball after he got the rebound. Oh, that was Willis. Whoops. All right, still down 17, 2:30 to go, 2:29. 3 over Moody. Chachasvili. He's at the line. Really behind on my Twitter here. GUI Santos back in the game. Lovely. Oh, Twitter just so frustrating. Just everything. Not just the content, but the actual functionality of it. Like the notifications, sometimes they just disappear. And then I gotta scroll through one by one. Pretty annoying. Crazy that Juan Toscano Anderson is, all decked out in Laker gear. Just crazy how times change in a matter of days. Oh my goodness. It's getting hot over here. Hey, Willis hit a 3. Give Moody an assist, and let me open a window. Super hot here. Oh gosh. Okay. Nope, not by mistake. Shook by Kemp, probably first time here. A lot of people don't get me. They don't understand the stuff that I do, why I do it, why I say what I say, etc., etc. It's all for Dub Nation at the end of the day. It's all for Dub Nation, and it's all for giving Dub Nation the right information. Hey, nice bucket by McClung there. So, just an FYI. Don't take it personal. It's just an announcement. The funny thing is, like a lot of stuff in the NBA and on the Warriors, the more you kind of understand something, the more you're like, aha, okay. And that's exactly the situation with Let's Go Warriors and me. So stick with it. It'll be a fun ride. A lot of people, if you want to think of that as shade, go right ahead. I mean, it's not as alarming as you think to actually rank Kyrie that high. Like that's what you get by ranking. Like when you get all caught up in that for like the millionth time again with Let's Go Warriors and me, I'm just have to write it down. I don't do 1 rankings, 2 comparisons, 3 awards. What's the other thing I don't do? Rankings, comparisons, awards. Man, I can't remember. Rankings, comparisons, awards, and things related to that. And 4 things similar to the above. Because Jazz Tube number 1, that's category called entertainment. I specialize in information. So if you put a gun to my head and said, who has better skills? Who's better dribbler? Steph or Kyrie? You know, you want me to say something like, then you're forcing controversy. I might need to add that to my seminar with the teenagers. Where does content come from? Okay, well, there's entertainment and there's information, and part of entertainment are comparisons, rankings, awards, and predictions. I forgot predictions. Turnover Jessup. McClung scores. Man, that sucks. Down 21, fourth quarter, 9:35 to go. I feel like this is more of, hey, let's have a live chat and have kind of a Warriors related thing going on in the background. Gee isn't really jumping off the page today as yesterday, but that's fine. He's still pretty athletic, very lithe, 6'8". Now he's doing something. Hey, I should say that more, then he'll do something. Really nice hesitation move, right-handed layup. Nice switch, but he got by what's his name? The foreigner. Vespa or something like that. Forgot his name. Then we turn it over. Sleva. I said Vespa. Gilliard. I feel like Jazz Tube came onto the show right before, right after I got done with the long diatribe on KD. I'm not going through that again. What's different? 10-minute quarters, and they're testing out the take rule. They're testing out the fast break, and you foul a guy to stop the fast break. That's what I know as far as the rules. I think in Summer League, you foul out on the 10th foul as well, just because you're developing players rather than really caring about the score. Are we signing Joel? He's going to play in Vegas. What do you mean by signing? Like a regular NBA contract or a training camp invite? What's he signing? Because the next thing would be Vegas Summer League. So one little thing at a time. And then if he plays well and if he gets a training camp invite, then that's a win for Joel. But we'll see. I forget what the max is. I think that we can only get 20 players. Is it 20 in training camp, I think? I forget. Don't quote me on that, but something like that. So there's not an endless supply of roster spots, unfortunately. And we're just going to have to figure out who makes the team and who doesn't. It's not easy to make the squad here. And that's what Bob Meyer said last week. It's not easy to make the Warriors. It's not easy to crack the rotation, crack the roster. So there was a challenge, huh? No, Gilliard, I think, fouled him, got him on the wrist, but who cares? All right. Santos bucket. I think I missed that just now looking at. Oh boy. How are we holding up in the comments? We got a couple Siths in the comments. Talk to me. Only a Sith only a Sith speaks in absolutes. Look at Twitter. Woj said Rich is an assistant coach of Los Lakers. Okay. Woj, ESPN. What are we looking for? Zion Williams. Huh? What are you talking about? Moses Moody playing point guard. That is not his role. It's tough for them out here there. Oh, yeah. I mean, in terms of scoring, yeah, for sure. We don't really worry about that in Summer League, though. We're worried about each individual in terms of their development and things like that. That's why you kind of just, if I were really paying attention to this game and I was a scout, I would just watch GUI Santos everywhere he goes. I wouldn't even watch the ball. Just watch GUI Santos and see his demeanor, where he goes, how tired is he? Does he cut at the right time, et cetera, et cetera. That's what Summer League is. Granted, as a coach, you want to have some teamwork and move the ball around and sort of exude the Warriors culture, but you're not always going to get it. And I think as a fan, don't worry about teamwork. Don't worry about chemistry as much, X's and O's. Just worry about the individual skills of a guy. Like GUI Santos right there, you would put in your notes, pretty nifty thought of going behind the back there. It resulted in a turnover, but maybe that's something we could talk to him about. They probably won't even talk to him about it. It's just like, just play, and it's kind of cool that he has that in his bag, but I guess not really because it was a turnover. I think it's kind of cool that he's thinking these things. Now, later on in his career, can he actually execute that and not have a turnover? Then you kind of say he has a little creativity. So I like what I'm seeing. There are a few mistakes, but that's how I would watch a Summer League game instead of a play-by-play. It's getting sloppy right now. Who cares, Justinian Jessup just got blocked he's left-handed, so he went up from the right side, tried to do a left-handed layup. That's not going to convert in the NBA, right? So those are some things you're watching, and you just kind of process it, and you kind of see some patterns. Moses Moody back in there. So we got 6:45 to go. All right, Jazz Tube, thank you. Putting this team was like, let's get trash-ass players since we have an all-star team. Yeah, so I'm glad I talked about that just now. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. That Summer League's a mess. Summer League's a mess. Shannon, go back to let's see. I talked in super depth about KD back in the beginning, then also at the 1 hour mark. 1 hour mark, roughly. The problem is, I don't think you might have to come back after the live is done because timestamps are reversed during the live. Okay, JV, go look at that comment, and it will get deleted in at the end of this shot clock, 15 seconds. Oh, another shot that goes over the backboard for Jessup. Jeez. So I'm going to delete in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Actually, I should just say, go look at the description. Do you guys always also watch? Yeah, I was just commenting on GUI Santos's offense earlier when he tried to do the behind the back pass. All right, Moody does a spin against Max Christie. Crossover. Layup no good. Mawugbe's slow hands, slow feet, but gets the ball somehow, feeds gosh, what's his name? Sleva. I keep thinking Vespa. Whoops. He's not a scooter. Moody defensive closeout block. Yeah, Moosey. Mody. I'm Kendrick Perkins. Moses Moody. Mo gets fouled posting up. Man, he's just so versatile. It's good to see Moses out there. He had a cut on his eye earlier. And I hope he's okay. Looks okay. But missed a good chunk of the game after getting cut on the eye. Jessup, lefty, good. All right. Justinian, down 18, 4:24 to go. Moody trying to do too much? Maybe a little bit, but a couple of his passes weren't caught very cleanly. I wonder how many turnovers Moses has so far. Let's see. 5 turnovers for Moses. Oops, here it is. So 5 turnovers for Moses. Justinian Jessup looks so good in Australia. The play there is slow, and here's fast as heck. What if he plays in G League? Yeah, what if? Someone's got to sign him first as a G League. I don't know how that works. We have his draft rights. Does that mean he can only play for Santa Cruz, or what does that mean? No idea. Because when you sign with G League, unless you're a two-way, if you sign with G League, you're technically signed with G League, like not for a particular team. So if someone wants to give you a two-way, they can just grab you as a two-way because you're effectively a free agent if you're playing in G League. So I don't know what the rules are for that. Can Justinian sign a G League contract with some other G League team? I don't know. 3 more minutes to go in this. I'm going to have some chips because I'm so hungry. Sorry. Moody comes out. That's it for him because 3 minutes left. Yeah, you want to see if GUI is playing the right defense. Looked like he was right there. Little rotation. Quinones between the legs. Nothing. Willis. Keep wanting to call him Patrick Willis. It's Peyton Willis. GUI. Late shot clock. Oh, should have shot it. But Quinones gets the ball, shoots it. Oh, he made Quinones look good. I don't know if I'd call GUI Santos a mini Giannis because Giannis is a 4. Giannis is a 4-5. GUI is a 3-4. So, you know, GUI is a mini. GUI is if GUI can play like Trevor Ariza, he's in good shape. You know, not making any comparisons to freaking Giannis. That's a little too exaggerated. Too much hyperbole there. Just play like Trevor Ariza until you get a regular NBA contract. Then from there, keep growing your game. See what happens. All right. Almost done here. We got 91-69. Wow, I didn't realize the score was that bad. 22, if I add correctly. 150 to go. Excuse me. Shaquille O'Neal's son, nothing. Scottie Pippen's son. Oh, 15 quiet points. I wasn't really paying attention, though. GUI will probably get a 2-way at least. I wouldn't say probably. Do you know how difficult it is to get a 2-way? I mean, it's no knock on GUI to just have a training camp invite and then go back to Brazil. You know, you don't have to reach your potential. You know, you don't have to reach your potential like 3 months after you got drafted. There's time. So I wouldn't call it a failure if he went to back to Brazil, but got a training camp invite. Oh, I want to go back to Elijah was saying there's not much to talk about if you don't compare and do rankings and do predictions and do awards. That's what actually I want to change with Let's Go Warriors. I want to say that there is a lot of content out there that's not dependent on comparisons, rankings, predictions, and awards. So that's what I want to change. That's my version of new media. Draymond has his version of new media. I have a way to look at it as well, and that's one of the ways I look at it. Yeah, if we're weak in summer league, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what we do in summer league. There's never been a correlation. No, this hasn't been done yet, unless something happened during this game. They have given a qualifying offer. I don't really know if that means Quindary needs to accept it and he's waiting to see somewhere to get a guaranteed contract somewhere, or a non-guaranteed normal NBA contract, or another two-way. I guess it would have to be another two-way or a regular contract, because he's now a restricted free agent, which means the Warriors could match that and say, okay, well then you get our two-way, we match your contract offer, or he gets a regular contract somewhere, gets offered that, and we match that regular contract. I don't think that's really happened yet. So there's no news on the whether Quindary's the other two-way, other than right here, Lester Quinones. Yes, he is the other two-way, signed a contract. But as from what I know, I'm not an expert on this, kind of a casual fan when it comes to the CBA, but from what I know, you can waive the two-way contract whenever you want. So Jeff Doughton got waived last year to get replaced by Quindary at the behest of Klay Thompson. Remember that? So does that mean we can just waive Lester Quinones if we needed his two-way spot to give to somebody else? I don't know what that means. Maybe not. I could be wrong. So I don't know that the two-way contracts is necessarily, set in stone, so to speak. So we'll have to just sit back and see how the cookie crumbles for Quindary. Then put it this way. For Quindary, at a minimum, he get a two-way contract. Now, the Warriors also extended a qualifying offer to a two-way contract for Nico Mannion, which is odd because that's two qualifying offers you made for one spot remaining on a two-way. But I think that was just a way to retain Nico Mannion's draft rights, and also the two-way contract. Quinones, step back three, another one. Man, let's look at his stats. So two-way, I think you can just shuffle guys in and out with the two-way. So we're going to lose 100 to 77. Quinones, 19 points, 3 of 6 on threes. Way to go, Quinones. Yeah, so we don't need to sign GUI either, but I don't know if you also got to remember, I mean, I don't mean to downplay GUI's performance yesterday, but it is in the summer league. It's not like against an actual NBA team. But I like what I saw. So there's really no need to really just jump to conclusions and sign people left and right now based on summer league performance. But you do want to just keep notes on guys and go incremental. So we've already signed guys to our Vegas Summer League team. And then after that, we're going to have to figure out which guys make it to the training camp roster. So after that, then you're going to have to figure out which guys make it to the G League roster. So there's a lot of steps coming up, and I think Guy can make a good boatload of money in Brazil, can't he? I'm not sure. I don't know what the pay scale is out there. G League might not be financially attractive contract for him, but maybe I don't know. I don't know how that all works. I'm going to learn some more this year after it all plays out to see where a GUI Santos goes in this modern day G League affiliate type of league. How can you describe someone's game? You if you do it without throwing the other guy under the bus, that's how you can do it. So, I think what you're saying here, Elijah, is different than who's a better ball handler, Steph or Kyrie. That's not really that's not really scouting, right? Like the way you worded your question here, you could consider that as part of scouting and do comparables rather than, comparisons, so to speak. Not that we've chosen the label comparison for entertainment and comparable for scouting. There's no set rule for that, but there is a kind of a difference. And the difference that I'd like to do on Let's Go Warriors is not just spend all day going, who's your Mount Rushmore or this, that, or who's a better ball handler, Kyrie or Steph. There's other content out there that we can talk about, like, oh, I didn't know, GUI Santos had the creativity to try and do a behind the back pass right there. So that's in his bag. He has that. Maybe we'll see more of that. And that's actually pretty crafty. I think that's a plus, even though that was a turnover. So there's that way of talking about basketball content. I wouldn't be giving anybody multi-year contracts right now, even if I was starting an expansion team. The 31st team, I wouldn't do it. I definitely wouldn't do it if I had the following salary cap table for the Warriors. There's no way you sign GUI to multi-year contract with the salary cap table like this. Can't do it. No way. Not right now. These roster spots are precious. Anything we talk about has to be like, 1 year, non-guaranteed up until, just like how we did it to Damian. Non-guaranteed and 1 year. You haven't proven that you can get 2 years. Look what Otto had to go through to prove that he could get a player option on a second year, which ended up being like 6 million plus with the Raptors, which is definitely something that we couldn't do. After it was apparent that Lacob wasn't going to dip into that repeater tax, because if you're drawing the line in the sand and you're saying, okay, the most we're going to give GP2, I talked about this yesterday, the most we're going to give GP2 is the mid-level, then you're kind of playing by the salary cap rules that the NBA kind of gave you. Like, oh, you can have an exception to the salary cap called the taxpayer mid-level exception, where you can use this $6.5 million, but it's going to count on the tax, and it's also going to count towards the repeater tax levels. And I think that's where, instead of looking at it from an angle of, okay, I'm not going to pay, exactly this amount of taxes and salaries and penalties. It was more like, let's just keep it simple. We've been given a mid-level exception. Somebody with a PhD in math and a lawyer came up with that. They came up with that. So why don't we just go with that? Like, I'm not going to pay GP2 more than that exception that a lot of smart people figured out for the collective bargaining agreement. So I think there's kind of some of that going on with Lacob, as we saw Looney get signed. Looney, I just think the market wasn't there. We could pay him a lot if we wanted to, but nobody came in the door. Nobody knocked on his door and said, "Oh, we're going to pay you, here's 10 million a year. We want you to come over here." Not even the Sacramento Kings wanted that, because you have to have the chess pieces in place to offer Looney something like that, because Looney has to fit in like that. I wonder how to. All right, I'm gonna go here onto our Twitch stream and end the Twitch stream. If you want to talk Warriors stuff a little bit more, join us on YouTube. And I will end the stream over there. Oh, got a lot of comments. Let's see. Oh, missing out on our talent. Well, that's what happens when you have such a talented team. On other teams, if there was an expansion team, 31st team in the league, GUI Santos might be in their top 20, might be in their top 20, might be in their top 17, two-way, right? On the Warriors, he's, top, 20, top 20, top 22. Maybe he doesn't even make the training camp, because it's going to be 15 plus 5 guys. I think, unless training camp is more than 20 people. I don't know. So when you have a really good team to begin with, sometimes you don't really have the bandwidth to keep everybody. Chris Boucher. We got rid of Chris Boucher a while back. That was when we had KD on the team, and Boucher was a little more raw back then, but he's also duplicating a position that we already were pretty deep in, which is KD and guys that backed up KD at the time. I can't even remember, but taller 4s, 3-4s and stuff. Just, it wasn't going to be Boucher at the time, because our priorities were like, oh, we need an off-ball guy that can hit a jumper. Quinn Cook. Okay. So back in that day, Boucher was really far down the depth chart. And that's what happens every year sometimes. Sometimes you're just going to have to lose guys because the makeup of your team is one way that year, or that's kind of the blueprint for success. And this type of player might not fit well right now. GUI is a good size, good length. I don't know if he jumps out of the gym type of stuff. I mean, can he do this stuff against NBA talent? Maybe we get him to training camp, see what happens in a preseason game, right? So we'll see. We'll just have to see. Yeah, there's a big logjam right now, according to certain journalists on Twitter, that You know, the whole KD trade possibility is kind of holding things up. Yeah, so just remember a lot of all the stuff that you see right now, it is against other summer league talent. So it's not like you can just say that Guy can finish against, you know, the thing that I've been telling fans lately is can you go to the Star Trek holodeck, pull up game 4, game 5, or game 6 against the Celtics and plop this guy in that environment? Carmelo Anthony, whoever, GUI Santos, how would they do in this championship DNA type, Clay is putting his body in front of Jaylen Brown, that type of stuff, and then we're getting rotations. And can you put a guy like Carmelo Anthony in there? Can you put GUI Santos? So it's got to be kind of the right visionary context, if you will. Okay, so Pippen Jr.'s on a two-way. That's good. So Nico's not a member of the Warriors, but we have his draft rights. Yeah, we're a little jumping ahead here because now you're saying maybe. I mean, what if Guy shows out? What if he shows out in summer league and training camp and a Warriors preseason game? If Guy has a game like Gary Payton did against the Lakers in one of the last preseason games, then maybe you're like, oh, okay, maybe he could be a JTA replacement. But we're getting way ahead of ourselves, right? We have to go through the process. Some guys we'll never see again, for sure. Some guys we won't. I forget how many roster spots. I think maybe just 2 left. I'm kind of waiting for because I'm looking at it as, is Andre coming back? I'm looking at it from the blueprint of last season. So I know who left and who's back. Looney's back, GP left. I'm going to slot Dante into the GP spot, not an exact replication, whatever, but that in my mind so I can keep track of 17 slots or 15 in the two ways. Quinones has got one two-way. The other one's not defined yet. We got Rollins. We got Quindary. I'm not ready to set any of those in stone yet. There's talk of Rollins getting one of the 15 spots. So when that happens, what about Andre? Whose spot does he take? So I don't know yet. So Belly, he went back to Turkey. So that spot, I'm kind of curious. That one is different, right? Because that one you need a guy that can play power forward and or center, or vice versa. Who will that be? So to me, it's not so much about how many spots are left. It's more who's going to replace Belly, who's going to replace Otto. Those are the main things. And then what happens with Andre, right? So it's the blueprint. So like last season, Bob Myers had this blueprint. So what can we do with that blueprint transitioning into this season? Is TJ Warren a similar thing to Otto? He's 6'8". He's a reclamation project. He was injury prone, but he needs to accept a veteran minimum contract after making almost 13 million last year. Otto did that. He made like 18 million the year before it came to us at a veteran's minimum. So are we going to do it that way? That would be the blueprint, but a lot depends on the market. A lot depends on where KD lands and all the dominoes that fall. And a lot depends on the individual free agent, if TJ Warren has other offers or has any interest in coming here. So given all these moving parts and the craziness of it, I'm just going to sit back and let things happen. Just unable to really speculate too much. We got Baldwin coming down the pipe. I haven't even mentally figured out, you know. You could say Baldwin replaced what? You could say he replaced Otto, and then now we got to find a replacement for Juan. You know, so there's a lot of slots to deal with right now. Okay. Um, I'm gonna be ending the stream soon, but let's do the okay. Time for the giveaway. Write that comment down and we'll do this. Oh, what do we got here? We got to just mindful of the exceptions. Yep. That was yeah, Anthony Randolph and Anthony Morrow, man, it's just different era too where we weren't very good at development. And if you were a rookie under Nelly, your development was even less likely to happen. Do any of us think that Don Nelson would have been able to develop Jordan Poole into the player that he is today? Oh boy. Okay, so we're gonna do this arcane way, as usual, of figuring out a winner. And that is to use this here randomizer. There we go. Okay, let's get rid of that. Yep, time for the giveaway. Go look in the description for that. Go look at the description. So let's do this. Paste. Oops, paste. Okay, here we go. How many comments we end up with? 900 comments. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's look. Maybe this one, maybe. I'm gonna hold on and let's try to find a better comment that wins up at the top here. Huh, it's weird how it came up with this comment right after that. Ooh, I like that one. All right, we'll go with this one. My guy GUI Santos. Who wrote that? My guy GUI. Raphael. I don't think you've won before, have you? Let me see the list of winners. Raphael is going to be a winner. Yeah, let's do that. Raphael is a winner, and let me send you my email right here. Winner, please email me at rich@letsgowarriors.com and include the word giveaway somewhere in your email. Okay, so the bad news is that I won't be able to get to the giveaways until the end of this month. And there are still people like Vitor has been waiting 2 or 3 months for this, and I just haven't been able to focus on the actual, shipping off the giveaway. Not just the shipping off, but you guys picking the prize, because there's an order. It's like the draft. Like Vitor won early, so he gets to pick earlier, and he has picked. I have to go look up those. I have to go dig those out of my storage, which is this room, somewhere in this room in a box, I have the thing that he wants, and then I gotta just go to the post office, put tape on the package, get his address, ship it out. All of that stuff, end of July, August, and September. Sorry about that, but it's the only way to do it. Because every day there's like today I have family stuff. The moment I log off, I got to go deal with family. It's July 4th weekend. Then I have to spend the next Tuesday and Wednesday preparing for the golf tournament that Steph's going to be at. Then I have to go to the golf tournament, be completely exhausted Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from the golf tournament. That's like the last thing that I'll do. It's really special though, because it's out in Tahoe and it's more of a relaxed environment. And I think I can dial down my intensity of working. Like I really need to like try and do that, because it'll feel like I'm at Chase and I want to film every little bit of Steph, because that's what I trained myself to do for 10 years. But now I'm thinking, hey, you got to look out for your health, man. You can't just tap out your entire energy on the golf course and then be too tired to even post anything. And, so there's going to be some recovery period from that. And then we go right into Vegas Summer League. I might even do a live stream from Tahoe on that. I hope the internet is okay out at the hotel. And we got Vegas Summer League to cover, and it's like bam, bam, bam. And so that's why I say end of July, do, focus on these giveaways. Yeah, first world problems, right? All right. Coolio. Thanks for I was off. What did I win? Yeah. You can check the list of prizes, and we'll get to what you won at the end of the month. So I apologize for the wait. It's a very long wait. Vitor's been waiting longer than you. Thank you, Dean. Yep. That's the problem. We're not going to find another auto out there. And that's the thing, though. That's the thing is that's what we have to do with some of these veteran minimums, is to get guys that can maybe play better. Not maybe, they have to play better than the veteran minimum we just signed you to. So it's all these reclamation projects. You could even consider Belly as a reclamation project in terms of, I mean, we can't get into his head. We can't just, maybe I can. Maybe I should try hitting up Belly and just have one last interview, because try and connect with his agent or something. But we don't know what Belly's thinking, but he went back to Turkey. Maybe it was like, oh, I don't want to go through another 82 game season just like that, even if it results in a championship. That was just, it was a good run. I don't want to run it back, because I want to play more than, a few minutes every now and then over in Turkey, where I used to play, and I want to be the man. And like, that's perfectly fine. And that gets right back to KD. Like, I don't have a problem with KD wanting to be the man somewhere. I mean, that's the attitude we breed in America. That's the attitude we breed in AAU. And there's probably some of that going with Belly going to Turkey. So it's like people don't measure people by the same stick. So it's like nobody's saying, Belly, how could you not come to a championship squad the same, it's a double standard everywhere. So it's kind of interesting. I forgot how I got on the belly tangent. Oh, it was in terms of people playing above the value of their contract. So even if you do play above the value of your contract, it doesn't mean next season we automatically have you and you're going to just play better than the value of your contract forever and ever. You'll probably have to go because that's all we can do. That's we've shown a guy can go from veteran minimum to 9 million a year for 3 years with player option in the third year. That's Gary Payton. We can't keep a player that improves that much. And we can't even keep a player that is just Bielitsa that wants to go home and play more minutes or closer to home. He's from Serbia. He's going to play in Turkey. So really that's really the name of the game with this roster, especially now that we've seen Gary go to Portland for that amount of money, is we're trying to get these veteran minimum spots to play better than their value. We're even trying to get Dante to play better than his mid-level, some of the mid-level value. And we will just continue to try and do that with the rest of these veteran free agents. So that's the blueprint. I just don't know if there's a lot of free agents that fit that blueprint, and then you can't be too choosy. Hold on, I got really cold real fast here in San Francisco. Not a surprise. But yeah, let me check Twitter real quick because there might be some quotes coming out of the post game. Seth Cooper says Wiseman played full contact 5-on-5 today. That's good news. Okay. Let me remember that tweet. Hold on. Go back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. So we have that. Hey, Wiseman played full contact 5-on-5. Woo! That's great news, man. Cool. There's not a ton of tweets that I missed. Moses Moody needed 2 stitches. FYI. That's not too bad. Only 2. Hold on, I gotta write all these notes down. It's my journalistic side. Part of my workflow here. I always type it into my Discord. Although I don't necessarily show all my notes to everybody. Yay, Wiseman. Patrick Baldwin did some spot shooting. What else is there?
falling to the ground.
Hold on. Oh, so Seth Cooper did a green light challenge earlier. I have to look that up, but I saw that as one of the new rules that they're trying out. Why not just look it up now? Where do I look that up? Okay. Let's look up some of those rules. Where do I look that up? NBAofficial.com. No, NBA official on Twitter. There's some new rules here. So here's the take foul rule, right? And then there's another one right here. Okay, so modified version of the coach's challenge. Man, let's see. It's tough for me to read. It's so small. Out of bounds violations and goaltending. Referees will not have the ability to initiate. Oh. I think NBA will test a new light located at the scores table to signify that a scoring change is forthcoming. I think there's like a green light he can hit to challenge. Anyway, I'm not sure on that one. It's not the most exciting news to report. What do you got in the comments? All right, Raphael, I got your email. Okay, Moody's at the podium. Not much else being reported right now. Let's see. Yep, thanks Elijah for the info. Oh, first dibs, it means like the order, like an NBA draft. So I'll tell you, we started these giveaways in March. So yikes, I'm 4 months behind. That sounds very bad, but I think the tide will turn in August. And then by the time the new season starts, I'll be able to, get these things out pretty much on a regular basis. So I want to say that's 12, 24. You're probably the 40th winner, Raphael. That's okay. I mean, I got some old t-shirts from many years ago. So there should be enough prizes to go around. I don't know that this is true. Dre and KD don't get along. I don't think that's true. They got along winning that gold medal. Gotcha. So, nah, don't make up that stuff, man. They just did a podcast together. It wasn't too long ago. Go look that up. Oh, nice. Are you gonna go watch the golf tournament? It's really nice. It's like you might bump into George Kittle, who will be there to root on Robbie Gold. Robbie Gold is always in the golf tournament. Thanks everybody for making sure Raphael emailed me. Yeah. Whoa there. Elijah, easy there. Easy there. Instantly win another chip. Yo, whoa. I like the enthusiasm though. Friend of mine, Anthony, he bumped into Draymond on the on a Southwest flight. I for whatever reason Draymond was on Southwest, and he did a selfie with them, did a little video, and he goes, so we're gonna repeat, right, Draymond? We're gonna repeat. So Anthony used to play in my basketball league, the league that I run, right? And Draymond's like, and I'm sitting here going, man, come on, Ant. Like you came into my league. Even I don't recall him winning a championship in the league, but let's say he did. You wouldn't just go around like 2 weeks after you won the championship, you're about to play in my tournament or something and go, oh yeah, we repeating. Right. First of all, the basketball gods don't like that. And anybody who's played competitive basketball knows not to piss off the gods. So why are you saying that? Because the basketball gods are going to be mad at that, and they're going to give you some humble pie. Secondly, why would you give that bulletin board thing? What if the team that you just beat in the championship sees that? Then they got bulletin board material. So strategically, from a mental standpoint, it makes no sense to say that. And I was just like, you wouldn't have said that when you were playing competitively. And I haven't checked his response on that. I'm gonna think he doubled down probably. So he responded to that. And then he DM'd me to say, what, are you bored today? I was like, oh, okay. So I struck a nerve. And then number two, I told him, man, of course I'm bored, man. What kind of NBA games are going on today? This was before Summer League started, before California Classic. Uh, but I'm one of those guys that really is careful about basketball gods. So I'm not gonna say stuff like we signed this guy, we automatically win championship, or we're gonna repeat. We're gonna repeat. Nah, let's see what happens, and let's pick the right time to boast. As far as Clay saying championship or bust, I I wouldn't have been a guy to say that. So maybe I've lost more games than Clay has. So uh, I'm just a little hesitant to throw down gauntlets, but it's fun. At the end of the day, it doesn't mean anything. I'm a Superman. Okay. Yeah, Juancho Hernan Gomez. He's solid, and he can play the 4 and the 5. Yeah, just so Raphael, just wait, and we'll see if any bobbleheads are left over. Because, like I said, you're picking like 40th. Yep, I talked about this earlier. So these guys, pretend you're on Starship Enterprise Next Generation, go to the holodeck, pull up Game 4 or Game 5. Actually, all of them. Pull up Game 4 and Game 5 and Game 6 and drop Carmelo Anthony into the defensive stops that we had in the finals in those games. Drop Juancho Hernan Gomez, aka Bo Cruz, into that environment. Can you envision him being part of that 5 that we got stops on Jalen and Jason and Marcus Smart, and we were able to go in transition, Draymond bring up the ball? Like, is Melo going to be in the right spot? Is Juancho going to be in the right spot? If you can picture that, then yeah, that guy's probably a good fit for us. Oh my gosh. Let me delete some of these. You can say Durant is the best, but don't say it 3 times. Oh, BC said GSW is trash. So he's gone. See, that guy has no potential. I wouldn't have blocked him if he had potential, because sometimes we get a Warriors fan on here and they're just all negative because we just lost. I'm not going to block that guy, most likely. But this guy, you didn't see it because YouTube, I guess, knows that trash is a harsher word than regular words. And he said, GSW is trash. So YouTube blocked that one. I saw that and I just blocked him because he has no hope. Funny how he would come on here to go, KD is the best. And some of us on here are like, yeah, KD's pretty good. Like, I don't got no problem with KD. The guy picked the wrong Warriors channel to rile us up about KD. Hilarious. Play zone. Interesting. Well, okay, look. The only time we played zone is when we had trouble with the point guard, like Ja Morant. When else? When else did we play zone? Luka Doncic, right? We're gonna sign Melo just to play him in those situations, which then leads you to the question of, does Melo want to play for us? Does Melo want to play spot minutes in a zone a la Damian Lee? Probably not. Come to think of it, he probably wants to be a bigger factor. Therefore, he might not be a good fit for us because someone coming and the age. The NBA is really trending towards younger, and I just don't know if Melo fits that. So I wonder. You can't restructure contracts. You sign a contract, like those are, set in stone, whether it's unguaranteed like Damian Lee had to through half the season, or for the most part, when they're guaranteed, they're guaranteed. That's what it is. The NB Players Association, the NBPA, they don't want you messing with the contract. Like, that's that. No restructuring, that'll mess up too many other things. You do the contract, you do the contract. Said we wanted Cam Johnson really bad. What does that mean though? Like, me as with the journalist blood running through my veins, I get very OCD about that stuff. Like, where did you hear that with the Cam Johnson comp? Because I would love to know how that was, introduced into the equation. I think that's a cool comp and everything, but I would love to know if, like, Anthony Slater wrote that somebody in the Warriors organization made a comparable between Baldwin and Cam Johnson. That would be interesting to me. Raphael, to be honest, I don't know yet. We will just have to see. Worst case on these prizes, I mean, hopefully we can just be appreciative of like some kind of a prize is better than nothing. Of course, I am promising that. So that's a huge part of the equation where I've got to come through on my promises. But we may be in a situation where I just, I'm pretty sure I could send you at least a t-shirt whereby the cost isn't exorbitant to anybody. And if that's the case, then we'll get you something, something just to, it's just a thank you. Thank you for being part of this and exuding respect and positivity and all of that a lot of guys in the comments as blue wrenches are already doing. All right, let me see the latest news from Chase Center. Juan was wearing a Kobe jersey, so it's all good, according to Moody. What else do we got? Moody talked about losing Gary Payton, Otto Porter, and Juan, so I can pull that up for you if you want. But it will have to wait as I get through these other tweets. Mark Medina on Twitter with that one. I guess he's at Chase Center. He works for USA Today, goes all over the place to report things. Whoops. Damn it. I always hit the wrong button on Twitter and I got to refresh. All right. So let's take a look at what Moody said about GP2 leaving and all of that before I sign off. Oh, here it is. No. Twitter.com, Mark G. Medina. See if we can hear this.
That might have been the biggest welcome to the NBA moment. When I'm like seeing all these guys that we've been through all of this together, and that quick, they gone. They're gonna be on another team. But I might not see them again until we play. So I've been playing on teams, AAU teams. You stick with the same team for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Or college, I was there for a year. We're usually same team for a while, but I mean it's different. That's part of the game. I see that. I didn't really pay attention to it much before, how much the NBA, how much the team switched. But yeah, being a part of it, that's something that's really out. That might have been the biggest welcome to the NBA moment.
All right.
When I'm like
cool.
Seeing all these guys.
All right. Hold on a sec. All right. Check the comments. Oh, nice. Yeah. Raphael says, my aunt lives in Campbell. Perfect. Going to the, oh, cool. Yeah, maybe we can just pick out your prize and wait for you to come there. I don't know. Next year, I mean, whatever. Figure it out. I don't see any news. What else? All right. Think we're good. So I'm gonna call it a night. Looks like he trains with NFL players. So on the way out, everyone please splash that like button. We will be back. We'll be back for July 5th California Classic game. All right, so let's see you then, and we'll hopefully get a Santos show. Moody. We aren't going to get Baldwin and Wiseman until Vegas, so we'll have to be patient on that. And maybe Jonathan Kuminga will play Vegas as well with his brother Joel, back from the Congo, where they weren't able to get a work visa, I guess, to play in Egypt with Democratic Republic of Congo. So that all didn't go according to plan, but at least JK and Joel got to go back to their home country. All right, everybody. That's it. So just us 1, 2, 3.